The episode begins with one opening the crack.
I don't know what's happening. I can't hold it back.
And Black Hole can't hold it back. Wow, this episode is just giving it to me. Alright, so I'm going to be going through the episode chronologically and give some thoughts here and there about specific scenes and then touch up on some ideas, and at the end I'll give my overall review and rating. Okay, so stuff is happening outside and 4 distributes 2's powers to protect the hotel, and then everything turns black. Man, you remember the good old days when you had like fishes and dishes? The only worry back then was a funny plant. But now we've got timeline eradication, power-hungry maniacs, and a depressed 2. Gonna be honest, I hadn't watched TPOT 17 or 18 because after Pillow was eliminated, I was a petty loser and I didn't want to watch anymore. I was like, no, because who am I gonna root for now? Price tag? Seriously? I ended up watching TPOT 17, but still hadn't watched TPOT 18. I heard it's absolutely garbage, so gonna pass on that one for now. My beautiful bulbous King 8-Ball mention! Hell yeah! Bracelety mention. Cool, I guess. What the hell do you think that's gonna do? Some of the characters are shaking in the hotel, and Tree asks for a distraction for those silly or innocent characters that are shaking. And that's actually really sweet. Cake at Stake begins, and TV is the host. And price tag is still in. I was hoping that their voting advantage of being a debuter would, have gone away by now, but no, they're still in. Price tag over Snowball is crazy to me. But oh well, after Pello left, everyone else is cannon fodder to me. I don't really care who gets out. I'm really just watching for the plot, if you know what I mean. No, like seriously, the plot is actually good. Contrary to common belief, I'm not a sicko. All the time. Once upon a time, a long time ago. Bro, I know your name is Grassy. Box from Inanimate Insanity has more personality than Grassy. I had a completely normal level of hatred towards Grassy, but I'm not gonna sit here and talk trash about people who like him anymore, partly because after Pillow was eliminated, it really sucked, so I realized at the end of the day, these characters simply make someone happy. If you're one of those entire 4 people who's the #1 Pie fan, good for you. Well, actually, not good for you since she was eliminated first, but you get the point. Anyway, the main reason I don't hate on Grassy anymore is because he's actually a good character. Do I think he's entertaining? Not really. But he has a decent character arc and an easy personality to root for. And I really liked him in this episode. Unlike a lot of eliminations that break up a duo, Snowball's elimination actually felt meaningful and turns a new page for Grassy's character. He's now alone. Having relied on Snowball so much to gain strength, he's now desperate to find another person to rely on, but he needs to understand that inner strength he's gained is still there. He just needs to find it. Next, we check up on good old 2.
It's my fault.
Good to see you too, buddy. Damn, tennis ball, not cool. And the other elimination, TV. I think TV is a good character. He's definitely had some funny moments and they use his character very creatively, but he's not finale worthy. Imagine it's TPOT 30 and it's this epic battle between one and the remaining finalists, and then there's just TV. What the hell is he gonna do? The challenge is Fortnite. They have to kill each other. First 2 teams to be completely wiped out will be up for elimination. Honestly, after how good of a challenge TPOT 17 had, it felt kind of lackluster of a challenge in TPOT 19. I do like that with 2's powers, each kill gives you more power, but I don't know, the challenge aspect of this episode just wasn't there for me. Since it's a free-for-all, there wasn't a whole lot of direction, and at the end, I didn't even know who lost the challenge until the voting screen popped up. Obviously, I get with the lack of consistent host and everything going on in the background with one, it's hard to continue that simple challenge layout.
I love this song!
2 trucks having sex. 2 trucks having sex. My muscles,
What the? I'm hideous!
You know, I've never related to Tree so much before until now. The remaining Death Pack members stick together and damn, Pencil. guess she took that personal. Meanwhile, Lai starts venting about Black Hole and how everyone had it out to get her in Deathpack. I get trust issues or whatever, but this just seems very unreasonable. At least with Pencil, she's, upset that she lost all her friends, which is true because book literally said she hated her, so I get why Pencil is a villain, but Lai, she doesn't have any good reason to be acting this way, so seeing Lai take a villainous role, especially towards Marker, felt very unsatisfying. Obviously, I get that she was also in the exit for a very long time, but it just feels like her character has been very mixed. When she starts killing the newer Deathpack members, it feels more annoyingly hypocritical than an actual interesting character arc. It would have been much better that in that moment with Marker, when he offered the token of trust, Lai should have taken it. The buildup of her character thus far was not powerful enough to get to that level of evil. Compare Pencil going insane trying to kill everyone. With her character, it's actually been building up. With Lai, it wasn't satisfying or really exciting to watch Lai kill Marker. Also, side note, I find it kind of funny how characters like Pencil and Lai are all upset about being eliminated and point fingers towards others instead of being like, yo, viewers don't like us. Maybe it's because we're jerks. Maybe we should try and not do that. I guess then it would be too meta. I'm not really sure what the connection is to contestants' knowledge of the viewers. Oh my god, it's Belle! Yo, Buddy is snickering. Donut and Golf Ball continue working together. Kinda nice seeing their friendship continue. Winner and Price Tag also work together again, which, it's fine, I guess. I like the Donut mech suit, pretty cool look. Very funny scene with them about to test it out on Pen, who's just being nice, and then they're like, oh shoot, nah, he's cool. Oh my god, Pencil being followed by Grassy is actually so cute. Of all people, it's Pencil.
3? There's even more of you?
What do you think comes between 2 and 4?
Obviously, there's a 3, Belle. You goddamn idiot! Tree does a great job at preventing death. Great job, man. This is the same power you've been competing for, buddy. I did like Winner and Price Tag going over to the failed debuters. Kind of funny since, I'd be a bit petty if I didn't get into the show and then I see the 2 people who did get those spots. Donut runs into one again and, damn, is it just me or is one looking kind of thick? We finally get some answers we've been waiting for, like where's Gatey and what does the contract do?
It was all because of this silly little contract.
That was actually crazy that the contract is just an agreement to be erased from existence. Not entirely sure why you need to sign a contract for that. It's like, oh, we're gonna erase you from the timeline, but with consent, of course. Wouldn't work otherwise for some reason.
And that annoying Leaf?
Really cool reveal that one had spoken with Leafy. We need to see what that conversation was. I wonder what one would have tried to offer her.
Iggly. Schmaggly.
Oh goddamn, I forgot how much I loved Nickel. We don't get to hear Schmoggly anymore, but hey, at least we still get to hear whatever this thing says. Anyway, Lai and Black Hole finally confront, Lai being upset that she was eliminated and the rest get to have fun. You could kind of make the same argument for all the other people that are still competing. Deathpack specifically didn't do anything, so I'm just not buying this conflict, Bottle was honestly pretty annoying this episode. She kind of just screamed the whole time. I mean, compared to TPOT 17, Bottle definitely was sidelined in this episode, and in a bad way. Tennis Ball's parts also just was not entertaining to me with the 4-horse.
It just seems like a bad idea, guys.
Smash. Anyway, Lai starts murdering everyone, and like I said, more annoying to me, but oh well. Shampoo actually gets violated. Is this even family friendly? He literally bursted afterwards. And now the end, with Pencil now gaining all this power, she finally confronts 4. And I loved the scene a lot. Having one little by little manipulate Pencil's actions to get her where she wants is very interesting. It's a Matrix reference, guys. It's a Matrix reference.
Stop!
God damn, this episode just got 10 times better from this scene. Holy, it's getting real. Seeing Pencil at this power with 4 struggling, Pencil's character finally reaching its climax, and then you realize that it's all been one. Pencil's entire personality, her entire arc, is just a small piece of a bigger puzzle. Just imagine if Pencil got the 3rd most and Bracelety got the 2nd most. What the hell would that have been? It's just Braceley going, oh my god, I want Ice Cube, Braceley gives up the power to one so she can have Ice Cube. Like you see how close we were to not getting this perfect story with Pencil? And Pencil gets betrayed. Shocking. The episode ends with Grassy crying alone in the vents, and winner and loser reuniting. Overall, I think this episode was good. The challenge itself was okay, but the power dynamic was pretty cool. The characters' limbs turning a brighter and brighter green the more power they had was a neat visual. Then at the end, Pencil's over here looking like a goddamn glow stick. Because it was such an action-packed episode, or in other terms, it's just an odd number episode, some of the characters did feel heavily sidelined and not very interesting or entertaining in this episode. The best character of this episode was Pencil. I like how she has bits of humanity, or, not human, like good moral still in her, like when she helped Grassy or tried to recovering Lie. So plot-wise is a 10 out of 10. Entertaining-wise, like a 7 out of 10. It had 2 or 3 jokes I did laugh at, but with episodes like these, you kinda gotta sacrifice a bit of the joke quality for the storytelling quality, which I respect. So overall, 8 out of 10 episode for me. In terms of characters, right now my favorites are Tree, Donut, and Pencil. My least favorite characters are Marker, Price Tag, and Lie. In terms of voting, I voted to save Pen and Tree. Thank you for watching, and let me know your thoughts on the episode, and also what you think is going to happen in TPOT 20, because it's not looking great for everyone.